We're going back this Saturday. Show is at 8:30. We can't wait. The foundation room. It's a really cool room. Has lots of Buddha in there. It looks really cool and chill, like lounges and stuff. But it's got a great sound, and we're very excited to go back there. And we had a really good time last time, and I think we're expecting a really nice turnout. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you better get on it because it's going fast. And so you can get our tickets through a member for $10. You can get it online at NeverWonder.com for $11, or you can get it at the door if you really have not got your act together by Saturday for $12 at the door. But yeah, it's going to be a great show, and we're all really, really pumped and excited to play there again. So can't wait to rock the place.
Super. And tell us a little bit about. Go ahead on that show, and tell us about the Underground show too, because you also played live on there too, and that shows the chemistry of the band. And a shout out to his production also.
Do you want JJ to take that?
Yeah. What, hey, what are we talking about, man? I'm sorry.
Okay, get off the pipe, Jay. Get off the pipe and come back with us.
You guys were on that Underground live show the other day, which was super productive.
Oh yeah. On Saturday, it was. It was pretty cool, man. For American Veterans and First Responders Radio.
Yes,
yes. It was. It's the whole vibe of the gig was just there. We got to play it part of our acoustic set, and we got to do it live, and we listened back to it and just had a great buzz to it, and just. The like you said, the chemistry was really there. The DJ was just awesome, and his hospitality was awesome, and his attitude towards us, and actually he showed us a lot of love. So very exciting. We got to listen back to it today. There's some things that we'd like to tweak, but otherwise it was badass, man.
And that's the cool thing.
Yeah, on that note, you guys, very quick, the show that was an acoustic show. I'm sorry. That was an acoustic show, like JJ said, but the one on Saturday is not an acoustic show. It's a full band. So that's why I forgot to mention that, just in case people are wondering out there, what are we going to do on Saturday? So there you go.
You're talking about the House of Blues show.
The House of Blues, yes. The House of Blues is a full show. It's a full band show. Yeah, it won't be acoustic, this one. So I just want to clarify, because in case people don't get to see what we usually do, some people think, oh, maybe you guys are an acoustic band or something. No, we do both. However, we are a full band first, and then sometimes we end up doing acoustic shows, depending on the setup. So, but anyway, I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, yeah.
Someone asked me this earlier today. So.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You guys are all over the place doing the acoustic, doing the live, and it sounded great. But what I really like is what you were hitting at. That brings Dre alive and Mr. Vincent on the bass. Because, you're playing the acoustic, it's all nice, but we're bringing it to the live electric show. Bring you back in there, Dre, a little bit. How much you get to crank it up a little bit more than your little kind soapbox, should I say, on the acoustic side?
Yeah, totally. So, what's the amazing, so let's talk about, let me just talk about both here. So,
yeah, go ahead.
What's cool with NeverWonder is we can do both. I guess we go both ways, but not literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jay, actually, but it's okay. That's okay.
Jay, you better wake up, man. She's got you.
Hey, you know what? You just wait. You just wait.
Oh, I'm not worried. I owe you already, so now we're even.
That's true. That's true.
So
I love you, JJ.
So it's really cool to actually, break it down acoustically. And they were played at the Underground, so it was a really cool show. And it's always cool to do stuff like that because, you play the real cool stuff now, like the House of Blues, where it's all mic'd off, all that good stuff. But again, we can do it acoustically, and it's hard for bands to break it down sometimes,
Yeah.
So it's really that we could do that with Jay and Bob and Vince and myself. You can still catch magic acoustically. Now, when I love to be both the House of Blues playing bigger spots and all that. I love being mics off. I like to, I like to hit the drums, and I like to hit them pretty hard. You've probably seen me play on some of these videos and whatnot.
I love it.
So, yeah, to kick it up, we are a live band. We like to capture that magic live, and I think that's where we thrive the most is live. I think that's where you really capture some good.
We lost somebody. Dre?
Yeah.
Oh, thought you guys went away.
We're all still here. I'm hanging out here. By the way, thank you, everybody. We are hanging out with everybody. The NeverWonder Band, live in L.A., Who Magoo here in the Milwaukee base. All awesome as the internet. They are all on a party line, and we are just chatting about their fabulous award that they had from the Rock Wired. And then now the House of Blues going on. Go ahead, Vincent. Lead us off again. What's happening? When it's like for you guys.
Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, it makes, look, as a group, we're not into awards, but it just feels good when you get to be able to, share it with your friends, your family, your fan base. Because, I mean, every fan base, they love their indie band, and, and it's like it's your sports team, right? They win a division series or something, the fans get behind it, and what we've seen is it growing, and we see it on our likes and people who are sharing our stuff and our shows, and we can only be tremendously proud of who comes to our shows, who supports us and stuff like that, and so as we move forward, it's a new album, it's a new songs, it's we'll be doing a new photo shoot sooner or later here. We're already talking about it. It's a new concept for the album. The songs. I mean, there's so much going on. In 2 weeks, we'll be doing another TV show, and then we'll be in South by Southwest, and then we'll be doing another show in Long Beach, and then we got some things, rock and roll marathons across the western part of the United States. So it's just an ongoing thing. It's just fun, and that's what it's got to be. It's fun. I mean, it is work. I mean, going to rehearsals and working on songs and working on sets. It is work, but I mean, like I said, it's not that we need any of this, because for 2 years we were in our rehearsal studio just mining away the songs and working on stuff, and then we dropped what we had to do, and it's received as much as we hoped it could be. But it's a pleasure to work with Jay and Fob, and obviously my little brother Dre. So, it's good after, thinking about things and then going into rehearsals. And these make these things, our interviews, like talking to you, it's just going to pump us up, because we'll be at rehearsal in about an hour and a half. And thinking about this and having this help us create a better vibe for what we're trying to do. So I appreciate it, truly.
And you guys are really, and thank God bless you guys, you really are a family. You all you're all together. I mean, the brothers. You guys are brothers, and Fob in the middle, and all that good stuff. And it's great chemistry. Now, I got a question for you. I've always wanted to talk about bands when you play live. I want to know about the equipment, like speakers. I'm a big JBL fan. When I go to big shows, JBL is always out there. Is that kind of the big standard of equipment when you guys play out? That's just Magoo from the fan. I love to talk about that. Equipment, like when you play, do you look like the house stuff? Does that help or hurt? Obviously it does. But what do you guys think about that kind
Bob,
of stuff?
You want that, Bob?
Why don't you let the geek of the family answer that question?
Yeah.
That
would be Jay. That would be Jay.
I guess that's me.
Come on, Jay.
Yeah, well, Tom, what we do in studio, we do utilize a couple JBL speakers, JBL Eon speakers that we use for monitors.
Yeah.
They're great. They're reliable. They've done the job for us, especially for Fob, able to hear herself when we're in this wall of sound in the studio. But going out live, there's so many different kinds of equipment and brands that people use out there. It's hard to say, what exactly each club is using. But most certainly I've used JBL for years for my private gigs and for my studio.
Well, the sound now is just amazing, especially with the sound production with the digital things that they can do, where they can just blend it in this side to the right, to the left, to the center. And as Fob was saying, to bring her vocals out, is just beautiful stuff nowadays.
Right.
So that's what I always love about your sound and your production. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your production of your tracks. Where that's coming from and all that, because it's got a kind of really an analog sound to it too. It's not very computerish, should I say, modern day. It's really rocking.
Yeah. Bob?
What? I'm sorry. Yes.
I got this one. I got this one. So, as in the album.
Go for it. Well, I could answer, but go for it.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't hear the question.
No, I heard part of it, but go for it.
Got it. So let me tag team the response of the live sound. So we give a full live PA. So subs, monitors matter completely. The low end that was produced with the Dre's bass drum, the vocals and stuff like that, that is a huge thing. So I've never been asked the question in all the years about live sound. That is a tremendous question. It is, but it is completely important. It is completely important to a band because we know what we're supposed to sound like, and if we can't capture that live, it's incumbent on us to say we're making a mistake. When the venue might have problems with their speakers, but it's our song, so they don't sound good. So it is a tremendous thing. So going to the House of Blues or the Viper Room or the Roxy, the Whiskey, those clubs manifest phenomenal sound. And then you go to the bigger venues, obviously out here for us, it's the Staples Center Forum. I'm sure you guys have your arenas that have that. That's a tremendous thing. So that's a big thing. Now, you're talking about the track real quick. Good point. When we tracked this album, we were in the analog studio. We went through and we tracked the songs, and they went through our analog board, like a Studer board, and then it went through and then jumped into the Pro Tools setup. And we have a phenomenal producer, E. I'll throw a shout-out to him for the records. Phenomenal work. And then it's brought back in, and then it's warmed up through. So it does not go through straight to the computer or to the Pro Tools. It goes through our preamps and the board and all those electronics, and even through the 2-inch tape machine and all that stuff to make sure it's warm on the process coming back. So well said, and yeah, that's something that E has really, really done for us, and I'm sure for some other great bands and stuff like that. So that is a crazy little love. So that we don't want that tinny sound. You want that bass drum. You want the bottom end of the vocals and the great guitar sound to come through.
And the warmth of it too.
Absolutely.
The analog brings all the warmth and the detail. Also, as far as the vocalist goes, I'm always up. I like details and I like to hear the little cracks and the little stuff in the voice. I don't want to hear a complete sterile vocal. Not that I'm saying that a lot of people do that, but me personally, I prefer when there are, when there's warmth in it and it sounds a little bit more natural. And so I feel like the analog really brings that out. And then, like you said, we pass it on into the digital, and then it's kind of a nice balance of both, really.
Oh, I love it. And again, I was so proud that you guys put my name promos and all that. I'll tell you what, why don't you guys take a break? Right now, we're going to play. We're going to play Give It All right now, and we'll come back in a second with the band. Here we go. We need to do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.